I'm Dr. Michael Anderson. If you're over 50, maybe you felt it too. Your legs don't feel as light as they used to. Every step seems heavier, and sometimes even walking a few hundred steps leaves you tired. At night, cramps might jolt you awake. Let me ask you, have you ever thought, well, that's just normal aging? I can't tell you how many times I've heard patients say those exact words. But let me share a truth with you. Pain, fatigue, and stiffness are not your destiny. They're not a price you have to pay for getting older. And here's the good news. You don't need expensive pills or painful treatments to feel light on your feet again. Sometimes the answer is far simpler. It's right there on your dinner table. One of my patients, Eleanor, she's 67. She used to get winded just walking from the parking lot into the grocery store. She honestly believed her best days were behind her. But after making just one small change to her daily meals, everything shifted. Her legs felt lighter, the cramps disappeared. And one day she looked at me and said, "Doctor, I thought I'd never feel this way again." You see, with just a small change, the body can begin to renew itself. That kind of transformation isn't magic. It's the power of choosing the right foods. And today, I want to share that with you. After 50, our bodies begin to change. I'm sure many of you have already felt it. Muscles lose their firmness, steps get slower. Circulation weakens, making your legs feel heavy, numb, or prone to cramps at night. Bones thin out, and climbing stairs becomes a challenge. I've had many patients tell me, "Doctor, this is just old age. I guess I just have to put up with it." But I want you to pause and ask yourself, do we really have to accept that? Is pain, fear of walking, and loss of freedom truly something that can't be avoided? From my years of experience, the answer is no. Pain is not your destiny. And yes, you can turn it around. I've seen countless patients regain lightness in their steps through small but powerful changes. So what's the secret? Let me tell you, it's food. Simple, familiar foods, often already sitting in your kitchen. We tend to see vegetables as just a side dish, but the truth is, they're the natural medicine your body is craving. Picture this: a fresh salad with deep green spinach, a few slices of bright red beet, some golden carrots, and a bit of steamed broccoli. That's not just a colorful plate, it's a healing recipe. Magnesium from leafy greens relaxes your muscles, easing stiffness. Potassium in beets and sweet potatoes protects you from sudden cramps. Cramped vitamin K and calcium in broccoli strengthen your bones, helping you stand tall and steady. And don't forget the antioxidants, working quietly to soothe inflammation in your joints, making every step less painful and less heavy. I like to think of the body as a garden. If the soil dries out and the plants wither, what do? You water it, feed it, and care for it, little by little. The body is no different. When you give it the right nourishment, it begins to bloom again. And here's one small but often forgotten key. Drink enough water. Water helps your blood flow more freely, reducing nighttime cramps and stiffness. Simple, yes, but it can make all the difference. So next time you sit down to a meal, don't just see a plate of vegetables. See a chance for freedom in your legs, for lighter, more confident steps. That's the very first step in turning back the clock on aging. Let me tell you about Daniel, one of my patients, who's now 70 years old. When I first met him, he could only take a few steps before he had to stop. His legs felt unbearably heavy, cramped, and painful. At night, severe leg cramps would jolt him awake, leaving him exhausted. With sadness in his eyes, he told me, "Doctor, I think I've lost all hope." We didn't turn to heavy medications. There was no surgery. Instead, I suggested one simple change. Add a small salad to his meals every day, fresh spinach, a few slices of bright red beet, and just a touch of olive oil. Daniel stuck with it faithfully. And you know what? Within just a few weeks, he began to notice something remarkable. The cramps disappeared. His circulation improved. His blood pressure started to stabilize. For the first time in years, he told me, he was able to walk a full mile without fear, without stopping. That wasn't magic. That was the power of nutrition, the gift of nature that so many of us have forgotten. And here's the most important part. Eating the right foods doesn't just relieve pain for the moment. It creates long-lasting benefits for aging well. When you nourish your body with leafy greens and nutrient-rich vegetables, you're quietly protecting your bones, guarding against osteoporosis, the silent thief that makes older adults more likely to fall. You're strengthening your balance, making every step steadier. And above all, you're giving yourself back the most precious gift of all: freedom, independence, and the joy of movement. Picture yourself walking hand in hand with your grandchild through the park, climbing a few steps without fear, or simply waking up each morning with strong, pain-free legs. That's not a far-off dream. It's absolutely possible, and it can start with the meal you choose today. There's one thing I want you to always remember. You are never too old to feel young again. Your legs are not finished. Your freedom is not gone. Your body is simply waiting for you to nourish it, to care for it again. And every single meal is an opportunity. You can choose foods that make your body weaker, or you can choose foods that make you stronger every day. When you choose leafy greens, fresh vegetables, and colorful fruits, you are choosing freedom, vitality, and the joy of movement. Think about this. Your best steps are not behind you in your younger days. They are right in front of you in the years ahead. If you start caring for your body the right way today, I've seen so many of my patients rediscover their smile and their confidence with just a few small changes. And I believe you can too. If you found this message helpful, I invite you to hit like and subscribe. Each week, I'll bring you simple but powerful natural health tips so you can live stronger, more independent, and truly happier. And if you know a friend or loved one quietly struggling with leg pain, cramps, or fatigue when walking, please share this video with them. Who knows, maybe just one bowl of vegetables a day could change their entire life. Finally, I'd love to hear from you. Comment below. What kind of vegetables do you eat every day? And how have they helped you feel? Your small story might be the inspiration that touches thousands of lives. Remember, it's never too late to be healthy. And tomorrow, your steps can feel lighter than today if you begin with one small choice right at your next meal.